Trey 600 with the niggas who run it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, yeah. Trey 600 with the niggas who.
Yeah, man, we had a lot of OGs put in a lot of work, man. I remember old lady named Miss Nina, man. She was a old school lady. She grew up out in Molina, but she moved to the north side in the end. And she used to be a hustler. You know, I ain't gonna say what she hustled, but she used to be a hustler. And she raised a lot of us as far as in the streets. We used to be standing out on the street corners. I never forget she would pull through and tell us, "Get your ass off the corner, y'all letting these white folks know what y'all doing." This is back when niggas used to run the cars and all that. And I kind of got up under her, got a lot of wisdom and knowledge from her. And I think around 1998, man, she had a granddaughter. You know, agree to kill any situation, man. And the granddaughter, same granddaughter she took care of, her, the boyfriend, and one of his friends plotted to get her for some money one night. And they ended up killing the old lady, man. This lady was like 60 years old. They ended up killing her, and she was missing for like 2 days. I'll never forget, I came home, my mama asked me, "Man, you heard about Nina? They can't find her." So mind you, this was some old lady. All the youngsters would go to her house in the morning, smoke weed with her. She liked to play dominoes. They actually invited her to a game of dominoes, and while she was falling asleep, one of them took a 20-gauge shotgun and shot her in the face. You know, she didn't die right then, so they shot her again. They ended up cutting her fingers off to take the jewelry off. I think they only got away with maybe $1,500. But the next morning, they took her body out on the highway and set it on fire. So we found out that somebody had been set on fire on the highway, but it took like another 2 days to find out it was Miss Nina, you know. So we grew up seeing a lot of greed in our neighborhood. It was a lot of jacking going on. We had some boys come from Houston one time, and they jacked some boys. Well, they weren't even jacking. They was coming posted up on the corner. And some of our OGs asked them to leave, and they didn't leave. So one night we was in the middle of a basketball game, and everybody was asking us, "Y'all heard about what happened on the streets?" There was some guys who killed, Houston got murdered on the streets. And the same guys that they asked to leave had actually came back with a crew of dudes to put in some work on them. And they all got caught slipping. You know, you come to somebody's territory, you got to know how you move. And that's why checking in with people nowadays is so big, because they didn't check in with nobody. They just pulled up on the slab, and they all, I think all of them died except one that was in the car with them from Corpus. But, you know, they was all found on the railroad tracks with bullet wounds everywhere. You know, so growing up around this, and we saw the OGs go, only one of them took the rap. He ended up beating that rap. So we know a lot of dudes that had murder cases that they beat. You know, there's a lot of murderers walking around on our streets. We had old school stories my mama would tell me about her friends. Boys tried to get their friends, they kids to sell drugs. And it was an old lady named Miss Clara, man, rest in peace, man. She's the first old lady that ever worked longshoreman throwing sacks with niggas, you know, so she was a real street old lady. But she found out a dude had tried to put her son up to sell her some drugs, and mind you, he was in a wheelchair. He was handicapped. She walked up and shot that man to death. You know what I'm saying? She didn't play behind her kids. So, I mean, the older people in our neighborhood was what we grew up respecting. It wasn't because of their age. They had put in a whole lot of work, man, that youngsters my age and the youngsters today still ain't done nothing like that, you know? So, I mean, all our stories really basically is hustle stories. You know, I can tell you a lot of hustle stories, and, you know, stuff that didn't go right in the dice game. Stuff like you say, the dice games, or niggas coming from out of town. And we had a lot of niggas, especially like from Houston, South Park Coalition, Point Blank would come gamble. Never had no problems, you know. We would see Klondike Cat, Gangsta Nip on a regular. They never had no problems. You know, it's just, I guess, certain people and certain vibes, man. When you go somewhere, it's just about the respect you show.
Right. Oh, that's
Okay. Y'all know what's going on. It's Trey 600 OG person. Man, we just hit 14,000 subscribers. Could y'all please let us get this 20? We need this 20,000. We're trying to push y'all. Let us work. You work with us, we gonna work with you. Trey 600. We out.